Turn this down a little bit. Good afternoon. Happy Sunday Fun Day. It's Krystal from Fitness is Not a Game, here with our In the Kitchen with Krystal segment today, where we are going to do slow cooker meals. So I don't know if any of you are, but I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. And if anybody is a Game of Thrones fan, you know that today is the day that winter comes back. But the crazy thing is, here in Chicago, that mug really came back. So I'm going to show y'all real quick before we get started into all of it. Hey, K-Hill. Y'all look at this dang on winter. Real talk. That's my backyard right now. So winter came back for the Game of Thrones return today. So I'm excited. I'm happy. It's going to be a great day. But today I'm actually doing something that's pretty different. The centerpiece, the center ingredient for the meals today. And I'm going to do slow cooker for dinner and for breakfast. And a lot of people don't think about doing anything for breakfast in the slow cooker, but you can. But y'all want to see what the main ingredient will be in, main ingredient in one, but an ingredient is going to be used in both meals. Y'all ready? Carrots. Who does that, right? So I will tell you this. Today will be zero cooking. We are only prepping now. It's 2 in the afternoon. I don't know why I just looked like I didn't know what time it is. It's 2 p.m. So you probably don't want to, this would not be for dinner tonight, but you could, what we're going to do for breakfast, you actually could set it in the crock pot or the slow cooker tonight and have breakfast ready for you in the morning for you and your family. So, again, I am Krystal Taylor. Thank you all. Yes, Kamaria, carrots in breakfast. I like to bring you all things that are different, things you might not think about, but still fun and good. So for anybody else who's here, I see a couple of you here, a few of you, please let me know where you're watching from. And if you're watching on replay, please put replay in the comments so I can check you out when we get back. So for breakfast, what we are going to do, we are going to make a carrot cake oatmeal. So oats are one of my favorite things to eat for breakfast because they're soluble, they're like complex carbs where it takes a while for them to break down. They're good for your cholesterol. They're just, oats are the business. And you can do so much with them. And like you all have seen me do a few things with them. Now think about it. We've done the overnight oats. We've done oatmeal cupcakes. And now we're going to prep for oatmeal in the slow cooker. And the reason why I'm emphasizing prep is because we're going to not put everything together at the same time. We're just going to get all of the ingredients together so that whenever you're ready to do it, and if you do tonight, because I think I might do mine tonight. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to be. But I'm going to show you all how to just get it ready because the majority of the time, people don't do that well with their diets because they just don't plan ahead and they feel like they have to do everything all at once. And sometimes it's literally just about what we're going to do today. It's just about getting everything chopped up, put in containers so that when you are ready, all you have to do is dump into the slow cooker or in the skillet or in the pan, whatever you use at that time. That's all you have to do. Just get it ready. So that's what we're going to do today. And this one is super duper easy. That's another thing I like about oats, even though there are a few steps when it comes with the carrots. So since we know that oats are going to expand, I'm not going to do that much, because they will expand in the crock pot. Y'all, if y'all can hear that, I apologize. That is this disrespectful arse wind and snow. Like, this is so crazy. The snow is so doggone heavy and wet. It's been falling all day, hitting the doggone house. It just looks clunky. It is so crazy. Chicago weather is so crazy. It was just 70 degrees on Monday. You can see my greenery. My hostas are popping through the dang on snow. That is ridiculous. Anywho, we're not going to go through all that today. So to make this quick and easy, and I'm just doing a cup of oatmeal, which will get you, like for me, when I eat it myself and I just make oatmeal, I only cook like maybe a quarter cup. Well, let me take it back. When I'm eating oatmeal with something else, I'll do a quarter of a cup. But if oatmeal is my main part of the meal, I will do half a cup. But I'm just going to sort out my cup of oatmeal into a cup container. As I said, we're just prepping, and I put that thing all the way to the rim. You see that? All we're going to use oats, carrots, raisins, and of course, I love my cinnamon and nutmeg. And I'm just going to still put it in here because they don't take up any space. So I am literally going to use just a half of a tablespoon. That wasn't enough. Use a half a tablespoon of my cinnamon and then half a teaspoon of nutmeg, because I told you all when I used my nutmeg the other day that nutmeg does not play with you, so you don't even need a lot of it at all. So this is just a prep. Got my half a tablespoon there, and then half a teaspoon here. Again, unless you got monster esophagus, don't use too much nutmeg, but it is that hidden gem that people overlook. And because I told y'all too, I don't have a lot of salt. Like, I literally found this in my cabinets last week. Just like what we're doing is sort of baking our oatmeal. And with baking, you do use a little salt. That's what helps pop out the flavor. So I'm literally just going to put a dash in here. Don't need too much. All right, dash. And it's sea salt too. That's the only salt I really use, if I use any. And that's it for that part. Now put that top on there. Now the majority of the work is going to just be prepping the carrots. For that, we're also going to use raisins. So for the raisins, we are only going to do half a cup. And that's about all my polar raisins. Oh my goodness. Have to go get some more. Put that in my container. And you know what? I think I might want to get another container. Hold on. Yep. Go get another one. Because all I'm going to do is stack all these together. So I'm going to put those together. Now, I'm going to get a carrot. And what I need, and y'all, I just broke my dog on top. Y'all see that? But luckily it's still good. So, what up, Warren? Mr. Wonderful. How are you? Yes. So it's good to always see the homies here. To Warren, we are making slow cooker meals, breakfast and dinner, that both include carrots. So I was just about to get my carrots ready. And if you all don't have one, yes, Team Edwards on the pull-up. If you don't have a vegetable shredder, you tripping. These things make everything so much easier. Y'all see, I'm always pulling this doggone trash can with my foot. I always think I have it close enough until I start cooking, and I'm like, nope, I don't. So I am going to just easily shred these carrots real quick. Well, all I'm doing is taking the skin off, just because I don't like to cook with it at all, because that part does not taste good. So what I'm going to do is get a half a cup of shredded carrots, half a cup of diced carrots, and that's it. All right. So I'll do this slice first. The shredded, just because now I don't know about you, but I like playing with this little thing too. What'd you say? That's right. Hashtag Mr. Incredible. So since we need half a cup, just shred. So Mr. Incredible, Team Edwards, tell everybody where y'all watching in from. So that's for everybody. Where y'all watching in from? Kamaria was surprised that we were going to be able to use carrots in the breakfast. If you were surprised like Kamaria, say, me too. No, there are no jokes about the Me Too moment, folks. Take that very, very seriously. No, hell, I'm a woman. And, shit, it's just, yeah. Damn near woman has been Me Too, and that sucks. But anywho, we're not about to have that conversation today. But, See, this is the longest part. I'm actually getting this out the way. And I got carrots flying everywhere. Team Edwards is tuning in from Chicago. I was showing them more how winter arrived this morning. And it continues. Well, actually, I think it stopped snowing now. Yeah. It shouldn't have been snowing anyway. But it's funny because my girlfriend is here from home. And she was like, what is this foolishness? It's doggone snowing in the middle of April. It's tax day. Why the hell is it snowing? Oh, April 14th. I said, girl, it has snowed here on May 15th. So Kamaria, you say you are worried about your sweet tooth, and I'm scaring you. How? What's scaring you? Why are you worried about your sweet tooth, and how am I scaring you? You talking about the shredder, girl? If that's what you're worried about, you don't have to worry about that. I am a shred queen. Because I use this thing a lot. Uh-oh. Hold on. Alexa, volume 6. I've been cheating y'all on the music. I realized that. Let's see. Warren said, we're tuning in, get some prep ideas, get a weight loss goal. Got to get these pounds down. So, Warren, hold on. Alexa, volume 5. So, Warren, I'm going to get you. Like, I get what you're saying, but you in the Fitness is Not a Game group. You know how I feel about doggone pound goals. Like, a goal is good, but that doggone scale means nothing if you don't like what you see in the mirror, whether you in or out of clothes. And what the numbers say when you go to the doctor, and I'm talking about the numbers that matter. Talking about your blood pressure, talking about your doggone sugar, your glucose level. That's what we're looking at. But you do want to get healthy. Now, when you lose pounds, naturally some of your numbers will get better. But let's work on some other goals. Let's see. Oh, Kamaria, I got you, boo. You talking about the sweet tooth. And I'm just measuring this out. And this about right. I knew that was going to be right. Half a cup of shredded carrots. So, Kamaria, for the sweetness, remember, this is just to cook it. When you are done, and you all jumping ahead, Kamaria, goodness. What happens is you add extra sweetness. And while you tripping, people are asleep on how sweet carrots are. I was just talking to my coworker Friday about how when our baby boy is probably 7 or 8, what kid does this? But he actually asked for a juicer, right? My 7-year-old wanted a juicer for Christmas. That was what his Christmas was. So, of course, we get it. And the first thing he wanted to make was carrot juice. And I was like, okay, go for it. But, of course, he needed mommy and daddy to taste his doggone carrot juice. And I remember my husband and I were looking at each other like, are we really going to drink this stuff? Because it didn't look pleasing at all. But when I say it was so good, it's so doggone sweet. So carrots are a lot sweeter than you expect them to be. So you will get that. But Kamaria, for your sweet tooth, Miss Jump Ahead Star Student, you actually can sprinkle. Y'all hear that word? Sprinkle. Not dump brown sugar and walnuts on the top. Because it's like a carrot cake. So yes, you can. And if you wanted to, and you know what, I'll say this, the recipe actually also called for shredded carrots. I mean, not carrots, duh, we using carrots, but coconut. And I'm just not a big fan of coconut like that, even though I love carrot cake. Ain't that weird? But I'm not a big fan of coconut, so I chose not to. But you can also add coconut in there, coconut on the top. So, and if you all see it, I'm just chopping up this carrots. Not too fine. Alexa, volume 4. I like that song. It's decent, but I don't feel like it being loud. Just say. So Kamari say, okay, you back on board, Kamari? I won you back over. Cool. I take it. Take it, take it, take it. All right. So, and we're only doing a half a cup of these. And actually, I might be able to make this one. Yeah, I'm going to make these a little thick. Look at me up there talking about, I just didn't want it loud and I'm over here singing. Do a little bit more. Yeah, a lot of people have, you know what, sweet tea? Sweet tea sounds funny. You got sweet tea. But have a sweet tooth. That's what I say. A lot of people have a sweet tooth. But I'm one of those, I truly don't. Like, I don't need sweets. And even when I do eat sweets, I only eat a little bit of it. Like, I have to really be in the mood to say, okay, I need some sweets. So, all right, that's about half a cup. I'm being real. I'm only measuring this stuff because y'all here. I told y'all, and I'm going to use the rest of this whole carrot because I knew that whole carrot was going to be enough with that. Yep. I told y'all I season and add until the ancestors tell me to stop. I really do. It is very rare that I follow a recipe. The only time I've truly followed a recipe, real talk, I told y'all when I make my sweet potato bread. And then also if it's a new recipe, the first time I will try it just to see how I like it and how to adapt it to my taste and liking. All right. So, what you say? You go through serious withdrawal and you go, you think sugar is addictive. It is addictive. Sugar is an addictive chemical. So, all right. So this is everything you need to throw in the crock pot. But you're like, what about the moisture? How the heck is it going to cook? Just because I don't want to do this right now, and you could, and I started to do it, but when it's time to cook, because I've used a cup of oats, right? Half a tablespoon of cinnamon. So I'm going to make over the recipe for everybody. Half a tablespoon of cinnamon, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and a dash of salt, right? And I'm just shaking it up to mix it up, right? Then I used half a cup of carrots, raisins. You can use regular raisins, golden raisins, whatever you like. And then a half a cup of shredded carrots and a half a cup of diced carrots. And that's it. But when it's time to throw it in the crock pot, you also want 4 cups of water and 1 cup of milk. Whatever type of milk you use. Y'all know I love me some almond milk. You can use skim milk, preferably no more than skim milk. No 2% whole milk. I don't see how people still do that. My system cannot handle that. So that's breakfast. Put this to the side. And we are going to get ready for dinner. And the Kamaria, again, remember, you can add your brown sugar, but sprinkle it. And add some walnuts and extra stuff like that. Just like you would for any oatmeal that you have. So Kamaria is on board. Anybody else? So I still got y'all on board for trying my oatmeal. Y'all know me, I gotta clean up as I go. All right. So for dinner, we are going to do something. This is a new one for me, so I'm excited. Like I said, it's a little too late to have it right now, well, today for dinner, but I'll probably throw it in a slow cooker tomorrow because it sounds so doggone good. What it is, and I told you I'm cleaning up, is a honey garlic chicken and vegetable meal. So we are going, and y'all know I don't even really eat chicken. Well, let me take that back. Like I said, I'm mainly pescatarian. I will eat chicken every once in a while when I'm out. If that's the only option, I will eat it. Only time I order it is if I'm really in the mood for some chicken wings. But this is the first time I've cooked it. Bought it and cooked it in probably a couple years. But I think this is going to be really, really good. So, and the cool thing about this is that when we make it, we don't need a Tupperware container. We're going to put it in this storage bag because then we're going to massage it all around, get it to marinate really well. And the cool thing about this is that what we did with the breakfast, You can set that to the side however long in advance you want it to be. Well, with the carrots, since you cut them up, you want to use those within a couple days. But the other ingredients, your raisins and your oats, and just measuring everything out, that's ready whenever you are. You can have those stacked up in your doggone pantry. This one, you could either put it in the refrigerator for overnight, like I'll do, because I'll make it tomorrow. But if you are making multiple ones, like say for instance, you're planning ahead for the entire week, and you don't plan on being able to cook this until Thursday when you go to work, like we used to do, right? Then you just put this in the freezer. So that's the great thing about slow cooker meals. You can prep these so far in advance and just freeze them. And then when you're ready, just throw it in the crock pot. So I will do more of a slow cooker series just to help you all prep in advance. And especially as one day it will get warm in Chicago. Y'all send some warmth my way, some warm vibes. But when it gets warm, nobody likes to stand over the stove. I know I don't. I hate it. Even though I love the heat, I hate standing over a hot stove when I'm cooking. It makes the whole house hot. So with slow cooker meals, you just throw it in there, and it cooks on its own with keeping your house the way it's supposed to feel, and it still smells delicious. So, all right. So what are we going to do? We are going to start with, of course, we're going to do the quick and easy stuff. And again, we're just putting it all in the bag. No containers needed. So our ingredients, the main ingredients, chicken, of course, carrots, of course, I already told y'all. But we're also going to add potatoes and green beans. So since I'm only going to do a couple breasts, don't need to make that many. That's what happens when you're kids. When you got an empty nest, you don't really have to cook a lot of food. But you can adjust it how. Actually, I like a lot of green beans, so I'm gonna put all my green beans. Now, I almost lied to y'all. I'm gonna use all my green beans. But when you usually when my boys are home, I have to cook a whole bunch of stuff, double and triple what I would typically cook. But empty nester is yay, but at the same time, it's like oh. So let me clean my potatoes again. If y'all don't have a brush, y'all tripping. But they make it so easy and more thorough for cleaning your vegetables and your fruits if you have them. So all I'm going to do with these potatoes is just cube them because they're going in a slow cooker and they're going to cook for a while. They don't really need to be too small because we don't really want it to starch up. Just want them to cook and cook evenly through. Alexa, volume 5. I've been cheating y'all again. This is my song. The thing about it that I love the most is that she looked absolutely beautiful in this video. The scenery was beautiful. I just loved it all. So you see, size of the potato, not too big, not too small. You can see all right, and you know what? This is, because I like to tell y'all what I'm listening to. Today I have my Mary J. Blige Pandora station going, and as soon as I started it, it was a song from her I never heard before. So I'm assuming it's from her newest album, which I didn't even realize she had one. So I have to check that out. And if y'all can hear what's playing now, this is old school My Shizzle. Alexa, volume 6. What happened to Backstreet, y'all? They used to this CD. Aging myself, right? This CD used to be the jam. In college, I think we only had I think we only had like 2 or 3 CDs, and this was one of them. I remember we had Brandy's CD, and we had Backstreet. So Kamaria, look at you, Kamaria. See, this is why Candace gets you, but I love you for it. So Kamaria just asked me about this upcoming challenge. And you know what, Kamari? Okay, so this will be a time. This is information time. Alexa, volume 4. All right. So let me tell y'all what's going on. Starting April 28th, have a new 8-week challenge that I'm on. Right? So why April 28th? Why 8 weeks? So, and I'll probably have to do a separate video about this to give more and more details. But I actually have to have yet another surgery on June 25th. If you all recall, last year I had to have surgery on my foot because it just decided to act a dog or a whole fool. However, this year, y'all hear my friend clacking through the house in them shoes? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Oh, but anywho, this year when I went for my regular annual checkup, I told my doctor about some things I had been experiencing, and so ended up having to get other testing done. Long story short, your girl has to have a hysterectomy, and that's what I said. I'm gonna do a whole video about that and explain why. Now, last year when I had my surgery on my foot, at least I was still able to move around and do upper body stuff. So it wasn't a big deal. Like for me, that was a challenge, just being able to work out with like 1.5 feet. This time, I'll be down for 6 weeks, not be able to do anything. I don't know if you all have ever had any type of abdominal surgery, but that joint takes you out. And I've never had one that took me out for 6 weeks. I've had a few surgeries in my stomach, had 100 repairs, cysts, all type of crap, right? But I was back at it after a couple weeks. So I said, I got to get this body as snatched as possible before I go in there for that surgery. I want to walk in the hospital and they be like, we don't even want to cut on that thing because it looks so good. So I said, I'm going to challenge myself. That's my friend, y'all. Say, hey, friend. This is one of my bestest friends. And let me tell y'all, she here because I just told them about my surgery last week. She was mad at me, so she had to come put her eyes on me. See, y'all see why I act like this. This is what we do all day. We sing and dance. But anywho, so I said, I need to get this body snatched. And I was like, man, I should have people do the challenge with me. So, Nick, you going to do the challenge with me? Yeah. See how my friend ran? So, for 8 weeks, I will provide y'all with meals, meal plans, shopping lists, workouts. We'll have a support group, all that good stuff. But this is the cool thing about it. My Kamaria said, hey, friend. She said, hey. So, but this is the cool thing. It's only going to cost $50 for those 8 months. 8 weeks. Hold on. Nobody wants to commit to 8 months. The cool thing is that everything is on the app. So you don't have to worry about logging into a website or carrying books around. It's all on your phone. So it's only going to cost $50 to join, right? So for 8 weeks, you get workouts, meal plans, support, accountability partners, all that good stuff. But the cool thing is, and I'm still setting the guidelines, because one of the biggest things that I found is that people get started, then they lose that motivation to keep going, right? And you hear about those apps where fitness programs where you can win money by competing against somebody else in a challenge. What I don't want anybody to do is to compete with anybody else. In this life, the only competition is in the mirror, is you. So instead of being a competition where you're up against other people, all I want you to do is do what you're supposed to do. And if you reach certain standards, like you'll get certain levels of participation, you will win half of your money back anyway. So you could basically get 8 weeks of exercises, meal plan support, lose some weight, tone up, get snatched, and only get paid for $25 for it. $25 for 8 weeks worth of work. Where are you going to get that? So that is the challenge that we'll be launching on. We will start on April 28th. That's 2 weeks from today. And then it will run until June 22nd, I believe it is. So that's our 8 weeks because my surgery is on the 25th. So that's why I said I'm taking this thing all the way to the hospital so I can be up in there snatched because my little butt gonna be laid up for 6 weeks. So when I put the information out, I hope you all would join me because I think it's gonna be fun. I enjoy my workouts, and I will tell you this: the challenge workouts, there are home workouts and gym workouts. Some of them won't even need equipment, so you don't need to have a lot to participate. So y'all see that I just cut up, what was that, like 4 carrots, throwing it in the bag. Now, y'all hear the other old school? Hey, Alexa, volume 6. Y'all hear what's playing? Oh, y'all know what I sound like. You say, you know what, Kamara, you said, how realistically can someone get snatched, over 40? And you're right, we are all over 40. And it does not work like it used to in our 20s. And I'm just adding the onion because I love the flavor of onion. And I'll probably just do half of this because I don't need it a lot, but I like for it to go through there. But our ability to burn fat does change as we age. And you can. The whole thing, Kamari, honestly, is that it's about consistency. So you may not be, like, of course, nobody's going to hit their goal. Well, I'm not going to say nobody because it depends on what your goals are. But typically, your goals are going to take you a little further than, a little longer than 8 weeks to achieve. But it's not hard at all to see some real deal results for someone over 40. Like I said, I'm over 40. But what I found is that when I'm consistent and I stick to the plan, it's amazing how much the transition happens. We just have to make a little more adaptations than our younger counterparts. So it's absolutely possible to get snatched. Because you know what? Honestly, my friend, Meg, come here. So I will tell y'all a story. Now, actually, maybe I need to get an age from her. Because when I did my competition in 2014, my fitness competition in 2014, 5 years ago, I was so nervous to do it until, how old is Auntie Lindy?
55.
Okay, so her Auntie Lindy, which is our Auntie Lindy, when she was, how was she when she did that first competition? Like mid-40s?
Yeah.
It's like mid-40s, 50.
Close to 50.
Close to 50, right? So I had this goal in the back of my head to do this competition. I kept saying, nope, I can't do it. And then one day, Nick posted a picture and said, hey, look at Auntie Linda. And I said, well, goddamn. When I say she was on that stage killing, snatched. And I said, here I am tripping because I'm almost 40. I think I was like 38 when I did competition. I was so like, I can't do it. I can't get toned and tight. Yes, you can. You just got to be focused to do it. Now, of course, we're not doing competition type prep, but it can absolutely happen. Yeah. So Kavari says she tried to bring back them sexy summer dresses. Yes, of course. And my friend needs quick wins to stay with her. I feel you because you said you were asking for a friend, right? Yeah, so that's why I want to do this 8-week challenge. And with that, remember I said there are going to be certain things you have to do. One of those things that you're going to have to do to get points is to take weekly pictures because that's the key. Many times people underestimate how much progress they've made because they're not looking at the pictures. They are looking at nothing but the scale. And that scale may or may not move. It may only go down, go up. You go down a pound or two. Or sometimes, I'm just going to be honest, if you are starting to do a more strength training, you might actually gain weight. But when people see that on the scale, they get frustrated and say, oh, how did I gain weight? But when you look in that mirror, you like what you see more. So that's what we're working on. Boy, Anthony about to sing it. All right. I was about to say Pandora. Alexa, volume 4. All right. So now let's make this quick marinade for this, for our honey garlic chicken. All right. So I told y'all this is my first time making this, following an actual recipe. So first, and y'all see I'm sort of checking. All we need for this, what up, Kiki? Miss Booty for Jones. We're using soy sauce, honey, ketchup. Interesting. I can't wait to tell that's going to be a little basil, oregano, crushed pepper, which made me excited because y'all know I like spicy. A little pepper and minced garlic. So all I'm doing is getting a bowl and putting it all in here, mixing it up, stirring it around a little bit, and gonna pour it on top of that, of course, when I put my chicken in there too. So for my minced garlic, says 2 cloves, which equals about 2 tablespoons. And I love me some garlic, so I am not mad at this at all. Actually, I think because I'm half in the recipe again because I don't have that many folks to feed. So I'm going to use that. We're going to add about a 1/4 cup. Oh, I need my I can use my spoon. 1/4 cup of honey. So if y'all saw, just give y'all a quick tip. So I've had this upside down so it'll be easier to use it. But you see all that crystallization because I haven't used my honey in a while. If you ever have that issue, all you gotta do is put it in some hot water for a while and let it loosen up. So that's basically what I did. So 1/4 cup, and actually I'm gonna use this one instead because I don't want to have to sit there and try to get all the way down to the bottom of that. Because it's basically the same. Right? Oh, this probably this whole thing. I can stay. You gotta sing it, Anthony. Too long. I can stay away from the bird. I'm gonna have to listen to this station a little bit more. I'm gonna let this just sit a little bit. I'm gonna go on, scoop this in here. I should just put that whole thing in there. Should have known better than that. But then it says to also add a little ketchup, and it's literally just a little bit because the recipe is calling for was it a 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup, which means for what I'm doing is I'm halving it all. It's only 1/8 of a cup. But like I said, I'm not about to. You see, I barely use my ketchup too. this stuff I have for everybody else to come over, but I barely ever use. It's so funny. So I'm just doing a little bit of ketchup. So that was a 1/2 of a 1/4, which was an 1/8 for my folks who don't like to do too much math. But again, if you are cooking for a lot of people, this is actually like for 8 pieces of chicken. If you got a big family, then follow the whole doggone thing. So I got that. Now I got my garlic, my soy sauce. Jay won't give me any soy sauce. Then we gonna use a 1/4. How much are we gonna use? We're gonna use a 1/4 of a cup. And because this is more liquid, I do want to use my liquid measure cup. And because I'm pouring, I just take that thing off. And anybody got time to shake it. Alright. Oh, we got India already going? It's so real. Y'all tired of my singing yet? Too bad. I can't help it. And if I am a reflection of him. Alright. So we got all the wet stuff. So now we just gonna add this stuff is sticky. So that soy sauce is what's gonna make it a loose marinade. Be able to spread it around. So now we're just adding some oregano, some basil. I'm doing all the seasons now, the spices. So for our oregano and for our oregano, we'll do 1/2 teaspoon. And I'm doing a heaping just because I think it smells delicious and it adds wonderful flavor. So I like to do some heaping stuff. And then for our oregano, let's see, basil. No, oregano, because I just did. Oh, basil. Gonna use 1/2 teaspoon too. Ooh, heaping again. All right, crushed pepper. It says only a quarter of a teaspoon. Who are they talking to? Y'all already know I'm gonna make a hot one. Sorry for whoever gonna eat it. But y'all already know me, know that I like spicy. And then for my pepper, don't need that much, so I'm gonna just do a couple shakes and dash. I don't even want to measure that. And then I'm gonna pour the rest of this here honey. So you know what? Oh, let me tell y'all that. So back when I did eat chicken religiously, because so I sort of went through a transition. When I was in high school, I think I told you all this story on how I became a pescatarian. But when I was in high school, I was in this program, and that's it. I'm stirring this up now. My mentor, I guess you could say, he was a Muslim, and so he challenged me to stop eating pork. Yeah, Kamara, I got you in just a second. So he challenged me to stop eating pork, and I did. I think for like a month, and he said, "All right, since you got rid of the pork, let's get rid of the beef." And I did. So I was basically just eating seafood and poultry until recently. But I used to eat a whole bunch of chicken. I used to love to eat chicken because, of course, it's cheaper to eat too, to cook and buy. But I would always, one of my tricks to make the chicken juicy and add flavor, and this is something y'all can take with you. When I was baking it, of course, I got all the other stuff. I got my onions, my fruit, my whatever vegetables. But I will always put a little honey on top of the chicken. Man, when I say that joint will be so doggone juicy and flavorful, oh my gosh. That was one thing, I ain't gonna lie. I missed the heck out of that when I decided to stop eating chicken. And that's why I was excited when I found this recipe. Because I was like, honey chicken, I know how good that is. But Kamaria, can you lose weight walking? Heck yeah. Look here, let's talk about that. And y'all, what I'm doing right now, I'm just rinsing off this chicken. And what I got is just skinless, boneless chicken breasts, the leanest kind you can find, right? And like I said, it's not many of us, so I'm only going to do 2, and plus they're huge. Y'all see that? Look at that. Huge. But can you lose weight from walking only? Absolutely. All you got to do, see, people are under the impression that in order to lose weight, you have to do all of this strenuous exercising and go super duper hard. When you don't, all you have to do is move. The more you move, the more calories you burn, right? So does walking take a little bit longer? Sure. Does it take longer for you to lose weight? Sure, because you're not burning as many calories as quickly. But if you have the time, heck yes. All you got to do is move your body to burn those calories. Everything that you do burns calories. Me cooking right now is burning calories. Talking, laughing, housework, sex, all of it burns calories. That's all you got to do. So walking is awesome for weight loss, and especially because it's such a low impact workout. It's actually really good, sometimes better than running, because running can be so hard on your joints. But if you could take the time and do it nice and slow, absolutely. So yeah, see, I added my chicken to my green beans, potatoes, onions, and carrots. Got my marinade. Just gonna pour that on top of there. And then when it's time to cook this, I'm literally just going to drop it. Well, not drop the bag. Open the bag and dump it into the crock pot. And that's it. That's all. So, give y'all another tip. You know, I like to tell y'all about my favorite kitchen items, gadgets, or whatever, right? So, y'all see that? See how it's in there? Now all you gotta do is massage the bag. And see how I coated everything? So, once that gets in the crock pot, that's gonna be so doggone good. And I'm actually gonna move this around a little bit with this chicken to the bottom. so it can really soak in those juices. But can also just lay it down. That's why you get a good bag, a zip, so you can lay it down in the freezer, just like that. You can label it, what's in there, the date you made it, so it will be delicious. So you see, I'm just mixing it all up. Oh my God, it smells so good. All right, so Maria said I just canceled my gym membership. Want to do, yes, this is the time in the year. Maria said she wants to do more indoor-outdoor activities. Other things you can do: skating, yard work. Like I love to say what's it called? Like bocce ball. Anything that's gonna keep me moving. What's that? Bats. Dang it, I can't think of it right now. But anywho, anything outside. If you have a pet, walk your pet more. But I will say this though, for my people who really don't like to run, or think that they can't run because they say, "Oh, I can't run for distances or whatever." And you can't, just take your time. And my biggest tip for people who aren't consistent runners or who haven't done too much running, I should say, do intervals. That's what helped me. And when I say intervals, I mean go back and forth between running, walking, running, walking, running, walking. So as you're walking, if you're walking down a city block, right, you get to the corner, you say, from this corner until I get to that bush, I'm going to run. Then when you get to that bush, you walk and say, I'm going to walk until I get to the next corner, or until I get to that blue car. And then I'm going to run again. So when you go back and forth like that, eventually you will start building up your stamina to run more, or even to speed walk. Doesn't make it fast, but again, because we want to protect our joints, because my joints is jacked up, and they have been ever since I went to the doggone army. So I know about anybody who has bad knees. But yeah, Kamari said she loves real estate. Girl, yeah, that is a great workout. That is such great cardio, and it's also good for strengthening those legs, those heavy ass skates. So y'all can judge me if y'all want, but what I'm doing is washing off this here bag and countertop, because I told y'all, whenever you deal with any raw meat, you have to be careful. Y'all see how many times I done wash my hands and I touch the bag. It's like whenever I do anything touching anything, I like to keep it clean. And that's the great thing about having, you better have a good bag to do that. Because at night, your food won't taste like soap. All right. So y'all, that is it. Me, Kamaria has asked some wonderful questions today. What other questions does anybody else have before we chime up out of get up out of here with 48 minutes into the hour? Wasn't too bad. I keep doing better. I'll hold y'all for an hour and a half like I did the first day. These 48 minutes that, of course, it just took me with talking and all that good stuff. It's going to save you a lot of time. And then you just get to throw it in the slow cooker. So I see y'all don't have anything. It's Sunday. Y'all probably getting ready for thrones like I am. But I say I'm so excited. Y'all been waiting for this ever since 2017, when the last episode, I wanted to say something about it, but I don't want to ruin it for anybody who may be thinking about watching Thrones at some point. So I don't want to say what I want to say, but I've been waiting on this for a long time. So I'm glad this is done. I'm still going to find something easy, either quick and easy to throw in the oven, or order some food tonight, because I just feel like chilling and watching Thrones. So I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I will see you all next Sunday. Same bad time, same bad channel. And I'll probably come with another crock-pot meal, because I'm going to be honest with y'all. Real talk. I was going to do 2 dinners today. But I realized late last night, I was like, oh, I'm missing this. Missing one ingredient that I absolutely needed for the meal. And I was like, So I was going to get up and go get it this morning so I can make it. But then I woke up and saw that snow. I was like, no, that's what's not gonna happen today. Chris ain't leaving the house. It ain't gonna happen. So I had to find a different meal to make, and that's why I came with oatmeal. And I'm happy I did, because that joint will be thrown in the crock pot, the slow cooker tonight. So, all right, y'all, I'm out of here for real. Have a fantastic day, and I am representing one of my home countries of Guinea-Bissau. I am from the Mende and Timne tribes. No, I'm sorry. That's Sierra Leone. From the Fula tribe from Guinea-Bissau. So, got to make my way there and meet my peoples. So, and for anybody who wants to know where their tribe is from, where their roots come from, you see it says, know your roots. Got my testing done on AfricanAncestry.com. So, check it out. So, boom. I'm out of here for real, y'all. Have a great one.